Hey, I'm having too much fun sometimes. I kind of feel like Dare's not reacting to some of the things I say for funny options though. There's the rookie.
Enough of that now. It's time. The axe is sharp. She won't feel a thing.
No, please. This one is my friend. There are other sows. Why not slaughter them?
The other sows will be eaten too. If we are to survive the winter, there must be a fat larder and few mouths. Come, enough of this childishness.
Why not?
There's a rookie here. Crowned in a stylized gore hill, a starved and snowy Anamaua kneels in a quiet contemplation. All manner of scars and burns festoon their arms, and stringy unkempt hair dribbles from the collar of their helmet.
You fight with the fury of Tuamawai in all his forms.
Yeah, we're real impressive. So who in Margram's name are you?
I am Uruke the Surviving Face. I wish that I could welcome you under better circumstances. I wish to see you return to your proper place. But the other faces conspire against us.
Sorry about your pig.
My pig? Watchers all see the past and present of souls muddled as one. I appreciate the condolence. She was a good friend, but only the first of many I outlived.
Who are you exactly?
I came to this island when I was very young. It was a time of chaos and suffering throughout the Deadfire. I endured the remainder of my life in this inhospitable place. A very long life. All of it spent as nature would will it. Now I am as you see me, the most enduring of the faces of the hunt.
What are the faces of the hunt?
We are talons shared upon one clawed hand. Though possessed of our own names, our own eyes and minds, we have united in purpose. We serve Tuamawai and care for his crucible.
Okay, where am I?
This is Tuamawai's domain. One of the great hunter's many dens in the beyond. Here, the souls of those who fought and died in his honor may rest until the time of need, when Tuamawai will absorb their cunning and feast on their might. Though you could not walk there from here, you are, in a fashion, still on Kazuwari. This place exists within and beneath its great statue. From here, we oversee the Crucible Games.
How will I return to here?
Wahami, the slaying prince, has destroyed the flow of souls. To leave this place, you must subdue him. His desecration must be undone.
And why have you brought me here?
It was not me who lured you here. The others would use you to escape this place. They mistake it for a prison. I would prefer that be prevented.
If the faces got free of their statue, we'd be unleashing a three-headed monster on the Deadfire. But that might bring the bloodshed in the Crucible to an end, too.
How did the Slain Face destroy the flow of souls? Haruki points to what first appears to be a stalactite and stalagmite of Adra, nearly touching. The chunks of essence-rich stone floating around it to leave little doubt it was once a singular pillar.
Wahami shattered the spine of souls. Now, those who perish in the Crucible do not move on to meet the wheel.
They never moved on to meet the wheel though.
They clog this place, or they linger above. Regardless, they wail and rage. It seems utter madness to violate this place. But now I know he longs to escape, or perhaps only to avenge himself on Tuamawai. Perhaps your arrival is the Hunter God's reply.
Galleon actually warned me away. He sent you a giant lizard instead.
Then he has decided to punish us all. Strange to have so little time after having had so much. Wahami's grip on the flow of souls must be loosened. After that, well, you are a watcher. I hope that you know more of these things than I do, and can repair the damage the Slaying Face has wrought. Axica, the Seeking Face, also resides in this place. She may know how best to handle Wahami. If not, then the Slaying Face will certainly understand violence.
Can you answer some questions?
Indeed. I'm sure he'd prefer it.
Can you still answer some questions for me so I can understand more?
It would be stranger if all of this seemed normal to you. How may I enlighten?
What about you?
Then ask, and perhaps I can lead you to clarity.
So when Homari spoke of the souls being out of harmony, she was sensing the three you squabbling?
I suspect she sensed the disruption in the flow of souls after Wahami made his mark. I fear the slow death of this place, or the wrathful return of Tuamawai.
Exactly.
Should the spine remain broken.
Exactly how many you are in here?
All who die in the Crucible pass through this place. But only the three of us, Wahami, Axica, and I, remain to honor the Hunter God. Since Wahami damaged the pillar, I have spotted momentary glimpses of other souls. Lost, wayward, and transient. I imagine this will continue until the souls can properly return to the wheel.
Were there other faces before you arrived?
No. Always the three of us. I can't recall a time without the others. Perhaps Wahami believes he can burden you with his role as the Slaying Face and escape this place. I assumed such a thing impossible, but he's determined to try.
I want to know more about this place.
Tuamawai's realm is not easily understood. Ask, and I will attempt to explain.
If this is Tuamawai's realm, where's Tuamawai?
Do you not see his ribs, his eyes, his blood? This place is Tuamawai. His presence surrounds us. Listen, and you will hear his roars and purrs. But since the shattering of the spine of souls, he has grown quieter.
Are we inside the pool of memories?
We are within the heart of the Crucible. The pool of memories was simply the entry. If you are trying to figure out where you are, the closest answer is that your soul resides within the statue of the faces of the hunt.
Can I talk through the faces then?
I think that means we can summon up a fight?
Really?
We ain't a talking statue too now, are we?
What exactly did you hear that serves your god?
Our task is to sing the Crucible into action, providing the means for a true contest of skill.
Pretty sure this one's not telling you the whole truth, Watcher.
Though we conjure opponents for the contest, we do not control them, nor interfere in battle. To meddle would defeat this place's purpose. How can we say the best hunter is the best if the hunt is staged? Tuamawai guide your hunt.
Righty-ho.
Island belongs to my empire. All will be built according to my command.
Worry not, Your Majesty. Our nation has supplied Kazuwari with the best architects to have ever graced Deora. The site will be a marvel for the ages.
There will be no debate. This place will be built by Hawana hands and minds, or not at all. I will hear no more of it.
I am certain a compromise can be found. If I might be dismissed, I will notify my superiors at once.
So I have a theory on who the faces are. Exactly.
Copper lines here and here. Make certain you lay them deep. The floor will inevitably sustain damage, and we can't have someone seeing the conduits.
I can build it however you want, but if they find out, they'll never trust us again. Our work at Okaizo would be doomed. What if Wano workers visit the site when we're laying the stone? What if someone...
Ukaizo will mean nothing if we cannot prove out our theories here and now. You worry about the masonry. I'll worry about the Hwana.
Yeah, I have a theory about who the faces are. The flowing hair and gown of Aixita flutter slowly despite the lack of wind in this corner of the beyond. Her face and features appear more defined here than you saw her rigid posture and wrinkles forced by decades of worry and frustration.
Hello again, Watcher. I apologize for the strangeness of our meeting place and the brusqueness of our invitation. You stand within the Crucible's heart. As one of the stewards of this place, it pains me to admit that you've caught us in a state of floundering weakness.
Yeah, so remember, she mentioned that the other two are conspiring to escape. That means her too. Who are you exactly?
Besides the seeking face, you mean? I am Axica. I designed the Crucible. I am responsible for it.
I take it the broken pillars are blamed for the unquiet souls Hermione mentioned.
In his desperate flailing to escape, Wahami smashed the pillar. Now the flow of souls through this place is choked, and the Crucible doomed. But now you're here, and I imagine the gods follow on your heels.
Well, the actual Gallowayne is on his way here with a very big lizard.
That is not ideal. By severing the Crucible's connection to the rest of the Beyond, Wahami has limited Gallowayne's influence on Kazuwari. I can only imagine that he has sent an agent to reclaim it by force. His beast will drench Kazuwari in blood. But first, he will destroy this statue and all within it, the two of us included.
The two of us included. See, she's not including Iruke up there. She's only saying her and Wahami. So it's further evidence that she is the conspirator, the one that who made the conspiracy to escape.
Another reason, Watcher, why you must stop Wahami.
This soul collection is somehow to blame for the island's oversized wildlife.
That this place also serves as an island of bounty proved an unintended but desirable outcome. You may have noticed that Kazuwari is overrun with beasts of unusual size, animals touched by Gallowayne.
And you may also notice Shiza and Gwyffin.
Such creatures were not of this island prior to the Crucible's construction. You could say it was made in your image, in a manner of speaking.
You use the name Gallowayne when others use Tuamawai. Why?
Tuamawai was a mythic figure among the ancient Huana, a great three-headed monster, the greatest of all predators. We featured it prominently in our designs here on Kazuwari, in part to appease their overbearing king. Over time, Gallowayne bent the figure to his purposes. He may have stolen its identity, but in doing so, he granted it a kind of godhood.
Why didn't you want the Huana knowing your true plans for this place?
What do you mean?
Before you appeared, I saw a glimpse of your past. You spoke to a king as well as your assistant.
Ah, yes. I should remember I am speaking to a watcher.
See, she thought you were talking about her trying to escape there.
When we conceived of the Crucible, we were on the cusp of several major breakthroughs in our study of the soul and the beyond.
Yeah, she's the Gwyffin.
The Huana, however, did not share our interests. As a result, much of this place was constructed in secret, away from their attention.
No, it was constructed in secret away from the lurking Gwyffins.
That the Crucible's true nature remains hidden to this day, I take a measure of pride in it.
The lie that keeps on killing. What an achievement.
How long ago was this all built, and what sort of inspiration did watchers like me provide?
A watcher can seek souls in the in-between, but more curiously, those souls can see them back. The mechanism within the Crucible attempts to replicate that signaling property, only without a mortal body that is susceptible to death or disease. Every hunter chases Gallowayne in their own way. Mine was to have Gallowayne come to me.
That's not right. She's lying to your face right there. They mentioned the Kaizo and the great work there. That's when they were building the wheel. They became gods after they built the wheel. So, yeah. She didn't make Gallowayne come to her because Gallowayne wasn't made at that point. So this place is one giant trap for the souls of those who lose at combat.
Do I hear an accusation in your words?
No.
To a hunter, or a god of hunting, the term trap is no pejorative. But yes, we designed the Crucible to capture the essence of those who met defeat here, and some of the power of the victorious.
It feeds off the living too?
It does not allow those energies gathered or expelled by the contenders to go to waste. Within the Crucible, today's hunters may learn, firsthand and without coddling, the lessons that slew hunters of the past.
Have others left a post in here, or is Wahami's attempt the first?
No, we were the first set to this task. Always us three. I cannot imagine it any other way. It may not even be possible to leave, but Wahami will try.
No, I am the Slayer champion, he will listen to me.
I fear that your patron has moved beyond reason, but if anyone can command his respect, it is his chosen. Know that he lives up to his role as the slaying face. Be on your guard, Watcher. And good luck.
Yeah, I'll tell you more about what I think of this afterwards. Well, we'll just get through this just now, and you can come to your own conclusions. like he's sliced someone through, he's shot someone, he's axed them, he's a master of weaponry. The slain face's form coalesces around his cackling smile, though the spirit features lack the fine details of a living visage. His razor-sharp teeth appear bright, opaque, and far more solid than anything else in this realm.
The champion of the hunt. You make me proud. Prove me right. And now you will set me free.
Hold on. What?
The Lord of the Hunt has the greatest of honors for you. Immortality! The strength and fury will live forever. You will speak for Toamawai. You will become as a god.
A god like you, I take it, stuck inside a statue? The spirit makes a question of a long, blinking silence before finally offering a small nod.
It is the honor I was given on my day of greatest victory. It is only fitting that I pass it to you now. You have earned this prize. You have earned eternal life. Take it!
How, if you want to escape this place, why did you break the pillar?
I needed the souls of the vanquished to fill this place. To gorge on them and ready myself for the trials to come. But most importantly, I knew the broken pillar would bring you. A lure that would attract only a watcher. You will fix the river of souls. Then we gaze into each other as only watchers can. Until I wear your living hide and you walk the heavens. When I walk in your body, I will adapt, will be free, will hunt Eora once more!
Seems a bit early in y'all's courtship for that.
Yeah, the air's echoing like fuck, man.
You really ought to keep those kinds of thoughts to yourself, friend.
And if I refuse?
Would be easier if you relent. But Toamawai would not disapprove if we settled this by force. I've always enjoyed an actual challenge. I will best you. Will hold you to the ground.
I have a lot of questions.
Yes, yes. Would expect as such. I bash better than I talk. But I will try to answer clearly. So, what is it?
As I approached, I saw a memory. Was it an image of your death?
Which one? I have seen much. Maybe too much. Am watcher to others, but am also watcher to self. I can see many of my deaths from before Wahami was Wahami.
Exactly how many deaths do you remember?
Too many to count. But not enough to scare me from seeking the thrill of battle. I've already experienced 100 deaths. No fear left in me for a fight.
All in the Crucible on Kazuwari?
Of course! Greatest Slayer must be born among greatest hunting trails.
That's not right. Constantine flicks his eyes between you and Wahami, seeming to almost vibrate with nervous energy. Something about this doesn't sit right with him. You should make peace with the role you rightfully earned.
Make peace? Toamawai teaches all to struggle for better. I will not be denied the thrill of the living chase any longer.
Okay, enough questions, we have a matter to settle.
Yes, yes. And Watcher has come to an answer.
One of us has to relent, it's not going to be me.
So we must settle this with strength. Toamawai would have it no other.
Hang on now. Should probably find out what's going on here before we start throwing our weight around.
Alright. Intimidate, or excuse me, I need to contemplate some things before making my decision.
What is there to consider? Perhaps you need a moment to grieve? That is understandable. Return when you're done crying and ready to accept fate.
No, I need to talk to their faces before I can carry on. That's what Constantine was saying. Go back and talk to them. I forgot that bit. We need to learn how to read a bit of information off one of these people.
You return. What would you have of me?
Wahami thinks he can leave the beyond in my body.
It is a surprisingly interesting idea. Especially given that you are a watcher.
Why should me being a watcher matter?
Theoretically speaking, you bridge the gap between the physical world, the here, and the metaphysical world. Wahami was a watcher in life. He may know something I do not.
Is escape even possible?
Theoretically, though I highly doubt it. Wahami will not listen to my words, however. I suspect he will only respect force.
If not through me, then through what?
Ultimately, it's less a matter of how he leaves than what he leaves behind. Nature abhors a vacuum. Any attempt to leave one here will tear Wahami apart. If he is to escape, he must leave something in his place. Something of significant spiritual puissance. Whatever suffered such a fate, however, would become enslaved by Galawain's will.
Can't say I like the sound of that.
They would lose themselves, subsumed into the role of the faces of the hunt. Wahami will not listen to my words, however. I suspect he will only respect force. What would you have of me? This is no typical temple to Galawain. It was designed to advance our understanding of soul manipulation. Actually, the talents of the Watchers inspired aspects of its design. You could say it was made in your image, in a manner of speaking. Patience.
I need some information to let me know how to do it the other way. What should to give him the axe?
Watcher?
Wahami seems certain that this ends with either me trapped or in bloodshed. Help me convince him otherwise.
The slaying face is nothing if not predictable. There might be some way to appeal to his pride, however.
I'm left with little choice but to destroy Wahami.
Though we are united in service of Tuamawai, I fear that for the Crucible to survive, this must be done. Perhaps conflict is inevitable, but I beseech you to seek another route. Where would I go when you're ready?
Right. Anything else you can tell me?
Return. What would you have of me? Patient.
Right.
The Watcher returns. Is he ready to accept his fate?
What if there's another way, some other soul to take your place, or another body for you to claim?
I hear you. Speak.
Galawain Tuamawai is he's on his way here. Maybe you can wrest control of his giant lizard from him. Yeah, that's what I want to go for.
He comes? Ha! I knew he would! Yes! I would take his little lizard from him. Then who would hunt who, huh? But his tie to the beast will be strong. Without my axe, we would stand little chance of slicing it free.
Yes! This axe, you mean? His eyes widen.
Of course! You are my chosen! I must have rocks for brains.
Yes. He holds out Tuamawai's tooth to you and then retracts it at the last moment.
You will hunt Tuamawai's beast? You will defeat it and slice free the god's leash?
Yes. Nodding violently, he thrusts the tooth into your waiting hands.
Hunt well, brother Slayer. Kill that lizard for all of us.
There we go. I am going to free the slain face and turn him into a giant lizard. This cannot go wrong in any way whatsoever. The completed circuit thrums with the flow of souls. You sense strong feelings of joy, despair, and everything else in between resonating from the Adra as essence streams through it. As you enter the flow, the sensations become almost auditory. Cries of relief, tears of happiness, screams of agony, all echo at the edges of your senses. They melt together into coherent chaos that rushes past your ears as you're swept against the current by the gravity of your physical form. No, don't cut off it. Return to the here. You slam into your body as if falling from a great height. You wake with an involuntary gasp to find Ngari looking down at you. Right, let's go hunt Galawain's great beast. In the next episode. And Gary helps you to your feet. The Maor's large palms are surprisingly rough and dry. He pulls back, looking at your hands in blank surprise.
Where did that come from?
You hold the tooth of Tawamawa in your grasp. Somehow you return from the beyond with a physical object. You become gradually aware of shouted orders and panicked screams in the distance. Well, that happened back in Beast of Winter.
Wouldn't believe us if we told you.
A question for later. What matters is that you're back. And just in time.
Matu, you still here?
Still here and happy to see you.
Sounds like I may have missed something. Where's Hermione?
She's outside.
What in the name of Margaret's flaming underthings is going on out there?
A huge reptile erupted from the inland sea. It attacks the Crucible. Humaire fights it, but without your aid, I fear she'll feed it instead. Kazuari needs you, champion. Go. Save her.
Shouldn't be like this. Something's wrong.
Hey, looks like the ear missed us.
Yep. Anyway, well, we pause there and end the episode, and next time we're going to go beat Galawain's beast.